Okay, YouTube. Today I'm going to be working on a clutch replacement for a Dyson vacuum. This is the clutch that I've just pulled out of my spare Dyson to put in my good one. This is a DC07 model. They're probably the most common Dyson machines. They're getting pretty old now, but if yours is anything like mine has been a really good runner for a long time. I've got a house full of kids and pets. 5 cats, 2 dogs, and 4 kids. And this thing gets run every single day. Right now it's got a little problem. I'm going to show you the problem before we work on it, so that if you have a similar problem, you'll be able to hear what exactly it's doing for comparison purposes. Because I see a lot of videos that show you how to fix problems, but not necessarily diagnose them. So my machine sounds normal when you turn it on and run it. But when you engage the clutch on this thing, it just starts screaming. It's not bound up. The bar still turns, but it sounds awful and we can't take it anymore. I gotta fix it. Okay, I've unplugged the machine. We're going to turn it upside down. Get right to work here. So, the plot thickens. This very well may not be a clutch replacement. It almost sounds like these bearings in this bar are what's actually screaming. So, I just happen to have another bar right here that I took out to get this other clutch out anyway. We're going to swap the bar real quick and see if that actually cures the problem we're having with this machine. I know I have had problems with this clutch before, just getting bound up, from the bar getting bound up. As you can see, this bar is pretty dirty right now, and it's only been about a week or maybe 2 since I cleaned it last. It's something that has to be done pretty regularly in this household. So that's the quick and dirty way to get that bar right out of there. There's a special tool you can set in here and pull the belt up all nice and fancy, but you can just yank it right out of there too. This is my soon-to-be replacement bar right here. Oh dang. These bearings don't seem too great either. This machine like sat outside or something. I don't know, I gave $10 for it on Craigslist just for parts to fix my machine. But let's see. Yeah. In any event, there are bearings inside of this at each end. You can see the race inside of there. Holy crap. Well, this video is turning into more of an investigation than an actual diagnosis or repair. If we look here, this bearing cap is crazy clogged up with hair. just like what you would expect to see on the bar itself. So there is a possibility that that's what is causing our problem. All that from just that one little end cap. And it appears this whole thing comes out of here. Not near as much on the other end here. Okay. Let's go for reassembly. Let's see if it's any quieter without that massive gob of hair in it. This is the tricky part, is getting this back on here without that special tool. Off is pretty easy. Back on can be a fight, probably, especially if you don't have strong fingers. And when you get it on here, you make sure you don't twist this belt around, because if it's twisted, it's probably going to burn itself up or something. So that's the way it's supposed to be in this particular one. And we just got to get it up on that spot where it turns it. Okay. And the bar itself has to be turned the correct way. If you've ever accidentally dislodged it, you probably noticed that. Because once you have the cover off, it's pretty easy to dislodge the bar. Okay, so the bar's seated. This thing's sloped and angled so that it'll seat itself correctly. Alright, everything there looks pretty good. We will put our cover back on, lock it in place, and let's give her another test run. Well, that seems to be that. It seems to be that I cured the problem. I thought it was going to be a clutch replacement. I was completely wrong. So, there you have it. It was simply the bearings with that big gob of hair on one end. I guess that gob of hair was making the whole bar squeal like that. Yeah, there you go. Maybe next time we'll replace the clutch, but right now this clutch is still good. So look, it's date stamped 2004 from the other one. I think my machine was made in 2005. I'm not real sure, but it's definitely been a trooper, considering how much it gets used in my household, and I haven't had to repair it since I got it. I very first bought it used off of Craigslist, and this piece was broken, and the whole front piece was broken. So I bought it real cheap. Bought these 2 parts for it. Slapped them on here, and we've been using it non-stop ever since. Alright, thanks for watching.